Greetings, welcome to Love Them Knives. And what are we talking about today? Look at this. This is really obnoxious, but yeah, this is all anoded up, and I didn't want to mess it completely up during our inspection of this beautiful piece of cutlery made by Bestech Knives. Bestech! Yes, I'm sure there's a lot of tech that goes into their knives. And are they the best? I don't know. There's some people thinking so. Now, I just think that they're really well done. And for the price, this is just under $200. It's called the Starfighter. Wow, what a good looking knife. Look at that. Look at the machining here. The ano work. I like this, the gold with the blue. I know it's maybe a little pimplicious for some of you. I don't think they have a blacked out version, so that's it. That's it. Can't get it now. But, they got a nice decorative ring around the collar, ring around the pivot, screw, and Bestech. S35VN blade steel. Obviously, it looks stone washed on the grind here, but on the flats, no. Satin on the flats. And when I first saw this knife before, I ever had it in my hands, I was going, is there a separate piece here? Or what are they doing here? And it's just milled, And then how they do all this ano stuff and segregate what they're doing in the blue with what they're doing in the gold. I don't know. I know that there's, adhesive type paper or tape that doesn't leak, and I guess you can put it over there and X-Acto knife it away and do one shot and then do the other, whatever. So, wow. Takes work to do that. Here's your lockup on this. It's about 35 to 40% in any case. And it has a hardened steel insert in here. If we can get our tools of the trade over here. See? Hardened steel insert over travel stop. So they kind of got the whole thing here. And from what they say, it's bearings. Ceramic bearings. Obviously bearings. Ceramic bearings. First production run, 36 of 100. And I guess if you get a first production run on something like, I don't know, ZT or Benchmade or something like that, maybe it's a little bit more, cause for celebration than if it's basically a brand that's a new entry into the U.S. But, hey, beats nothing, right? And what were we going to... I was going to show you... this is the BT1709A. Okay, 1709. And the A probably stands for the gold and the blue. This is White Mountain Knives. I'm going to give you the link to this site. Justin at White Mountain Knives has always been really good to me. Apparently, other viewers have made comments on previous videos saying, oh, I really like the guy. He's always done me right. Stand-up guy. All that kind of thing. So, giving him a shout-out on here. He didn't put a lot of stats here. Closed length, the blade steel of S35VN, stone washed titanium gold, ceramic bearings, and it's a frame lock flipper, which I think we can all deduce from looking at this. But, $196, which is about going price anywhere anyhow. So, yeah, I'm liking it. I really do. This is one of my favorite knives. I guess it's, when I saw the design on this knife, it just spoke to me. It really did. I'm glad they did this end piece like this, because that just made it. And then look at the back spacer, where you can run your little lanyard through there. So they don't have a lanyard thing that juts out or sticks out the end or anything. It's incorporated into the backspacer, but it's flush with the knife. Got a little bit of, jimping here. It can feel it a bit, but it's not really above grade. But, when you put your finger on something, the flesh gets down here and can touch it. So I guess probably more decorative, just saying we didn't want to just do a blank backspacer. So, and it's blue. And it looks like you got just a single screw for the pocket clip, which I like. I mean, they even, did some milling and contouring on the pocket clip, yet kept it fairly simple, didn't let it take over the design of the knife. And looks like I haven't taken this one apart, but it looks like it's set into the scale, so it's not moving. Otherwise, I worry a little bit about, pocket clips that are just a single screw, because I think they're going to start moving around. But that's only if they're mounted like right on the top of the scale. So this is not that issue. Frame lock. Jimping? No jimping on the flipper tab. Flipper tab, pretty laid back, pretty intuitive, and pretty good detent, folks. Pretty good detent. You never know if you're kind of accidentally putting a little bit of pressure on the lock bar when you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore you're increasing the amount of force it's going to take to open it because you're pushing in on the lock bar. But now it's just truly got good detent. And I'm going to say this particular one is probably a 7. I can't shake it out, that's for sure. So, no, it's not going to gravity flip. Okay, so kind of let's work our way around the knife a little bit. See the milling and kind of hollowed out area here. But it steps off of this area back here, and then just kind of it's hollowed out, machined out. You can see that. I guess my lighting's a little funky sometimes. Really nice though. All the way around here. How it contours right up to the top of the scale here. Wow. Kind of got that little edge until it just blends. And I haven't even messed the knife up. Thank God for gloves. And you can't just buy like one pair of these gloves. I got a whole stack of these damn things. Probably lasts me 5 years, swear to God. Oh well. Starfighter. Here's your contact patch though. Here's the box it comes in. Okay, so it comes in a box that's no better than a lot of knife company boxes are. It's not exactly crush proof, but they give you a zipper pouch. It's always nice to get one of them. And inside, what do we have? Well, we have a microfiber cloth, a little gel pack, and that's it, folks. There might have been a plastic thing, and it may be jammed back down in here somewhere. But I can't get any grip with these anyhow. So, Bestech. So it's nice to have this for protective purposes. Sometimes the box will get some shelf wear, as it may be. Oh well, good, even better. And to have this knife that goes with it. Really nice. Look at that. I can't open the damn knife. It's crazy. Like they said, almost 5 inches, not quite 5-inch handle. So we're at a 3.5. We're at an 8 3/8 overall, which is like 21 centimeters. 90 millimeter blade length. So pretty much the EDC thing. You know, standard EDC size blade. Get Manny out here. Manny! On the floor, buddy. Nobody needs gloves when they handle you. Let's take a look at it. So, what do you think? About the same. Just right in there. Huh. This would be nice at 9 inches. I'm sure there's some people going, this would be great if it was a 3-inch blade instead of 3.5. So, it's not bad. It's a full-size knife. And so I'm pretty satisfied with it in that respect. Okay. Out, Manny. Where's Fancy? Fancy is in here. Well, talk about getting some color, right? The Burple S110V, which, that's nice steel. But here we go. Yeah, pretty much the same as well. Pretty much the same as well. And changing your aspect ratio here because of the camera. It makes this one look a little bit bigger, but it's not, because this is 3/8 over. I think that's dead on with the Para. So, I can't remember if this was more like 3.4. This is 3.5, but this handle length is at least 5 inches, if not a skosh over, and this is under 5. So, you're making some up on the handle length here. Girl, time for you to compression lock yourself back over here. Okay, now let's check for weight. See what this thing weighs. And what do you think? What are we going to guess? Under 5, right? 4.6 is my guess, because I haven't looked at the stats recently. Nah, 4.2. Not bad. Pretty light, 120 grams. All right, that'll work. So, what is it? 196 bucks. So, is this worth 196 bucks? Whew. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I mean, there's a lot of knives out there with S35 and titanium. But, you know, there's a lot of them that are in the, you know, a lot of the Wii knives are well over 200 bucks. ZT, same way. Bestech, I don't think they're in a position to necessarily, you know, price themselves right alongside a ZT. But I think they've earned their reputation of being really a great quality new competitor when you even compare them with Wii and Kaiser, as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's check a couple more things real quick and see if this thing will actually turn on and if we can zero it out. It's always nice to do. Okay, what do we got for thickness? 12.9, about 13. About 13 millimeters. What are we doing here? Half inch. So that's pretty standard. And how about this? 0.16. Well, that'd be about 4 millimeter blade then, wouldn't it? 0.15 something. 4 millimeters. So probably a 0.157, something like that, as far as the, you know, extrapolating it out. I really like it. Good looking knife. And the blade. And what do you think? And can I even hold a piece of paper with as we cut the paper? Yes, it is. It's sharp out of the box. Yeah. I do like it. I'm not sure if I'm really, yeah, I mean, you got a front choil here, so that's nice. You got this kind of thumb ramp coming up here with jimping on it, and I like that as well. That reminds me of some other knife too, and I don't know, you can speculate, but this thumb ramp, well, they do it on a lot of different knives, and then it's cut away here with kind of a swedge grind up here. The tip, plenty of material for piercing. Nice belly. No, I mean, no no recurve in it, so should be pretty easy to sharpen and pretty easy for controlled cutting. I like it. Of course, being, a flipper, yeah, here's what you got, But that's just the way it is with flippers. So does that break my heart? See, there's no recurve in there. Yeah, I really like it. This is one of my favorites. And I know that my buddy Wes is giving me a hard time because I'll tell you what his favorite one is. The Predator. This is a Bestech. Well, and see, I'm wearing these gloves because, this one also has a little bit of purple tinge to it. They come in like gray, but then there's a purple hue, and this is kind of the purple-ish hue. And the other one's just a gray. So I don't know. That's kind of so subtle. I wonder why they even bothered. But in any case, this is his favorite because the action. And I have to agree with him. The action on this thing, the detent's not so strong. So it actually makes it just really easy to flip. And it sits right down really well. I mean, I'd say the action, the way I prefer it, is better on this knife. But the looks, wow, that's just a much stronger detent. This is more like a 6, 5.5 on the detent. But you know what? That may be kind of where you really want to be. So you guys who like stronger detent, if you're attracted to this would be the way to go. If not, and you're caught deciding between these two knives, then the Predator. And this, I am not a big Tanto fan. It works on this knife. It really does. Really works. And of course, you got carbon fiber and all that kind of stuff. But that's his favorite. And then, of course, for those of you who are not very familiar with Bestech knives, they make a line of G10 knives. This is the Swordfish, the only one I got. Swear to God, they come and they go. I think I've had every model: the Grampus, the Swordfish, the Lion, you name it, the Scimitar. But this is the only one I got left. For display purposes, I kept a hold of this one. So these are D2 and G10. And this is just all G10 here. It's got that bolster kind of look. This is my favorite model, though, of the G10 series, is the Swordfish, because it is a big mamba. But it's a good-looking knife, too. So these are really, really high quality. So Bestech has really appealed to me. And I'll tell you what. Go on Instagram and look at Bestech. They're showing some of their new 2018 models that are coming out. And, of course, they'll be coming out. There's some of them that look really outstanding. God only knows what they're going to do with the titanium lineup, because I haven't seen anything that I can recall right off the top of my head on these. I don't know how you improve on this one. This is awesome. But the G10 ones, and I think they're going to kind of maybe go between the $50, the $50 deal and the $200 deal on some of them, maybe with a little bit better steel, but with more of a G10 or a other kind of material. I don't know. So we'll see how that works. I think I saw some stuff. In any case, thank you so much for joining me. Hey, man, I like this knife. I really do. I know it's crazy, but I really like this knife. Had to get this on camera. I've, been tempted to, or requested to loan it out for review to Baz. I don't know. I guess he wanted the Predator. But in any case, and I go, dude, I haven't even put him on camera yet, so I got to do that before I can ship it to you. Because otherwise, I'll be out of knives. I'll be sitting on my hands. I'm running out of knives in the queue. I used to have a huge queue, and now getting smaller. Wait for the 2018s to come out. Ought to be fun. What do you think? Beautiful contours. Feels good in the hand. Go forward on this knife. I do like the ergos on it. And Reverse grip works great. Nice and sharp out of the box. Pouch, box, microfiber cloth. Good looking stud, good looking knife. Thank you so much for joining me. You know what we do on this channel. We love them knives, so stay sharp.